Hi folks, this video does not promote Bitcoin mining or other cryptocurrency mining. It has been made strictly for educational purposes. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin mining devices, how they perform, how they work, which kind of algorithms they use, are they open source and open hardware, and whether you can use them for other purposes, like building a completely another device, like a dashboard for a remote controlled vehicle or a drone. For instance, SHA-256 hash calculating chips may also be used for other purposes, not only for discovering new cryptocurrency values like new bitcoins. Though it is mostly inefficient at doing other tasks, its educational value is still very high. You can also use it for communication protocol testing. No wonder why there is an open source bitaxe-raw application available from the GitHub. BITAXE's primary role is a Bitcoin mining device. It relies on a PC, including Raspberry Pi, only for an initial setup, and then it can work through your local Wi-Fi access point. It only needs a constant internet connection to the Bitcoin or other SHA-256 based cryptocurrency mining pool. It's got an ESP-32 module, but this is not the most important chip. The most important chip is chip for bit mining, and ESP-32 module is of course a very simple computer that just supports the chip that does actual bit mining. Now let's start with this BITAXE device. This looks like a very simple device. I'm gonna take it out of the box. So it looks like this. So you have this simple booklet on how to plug it in, and then as you can see you have a power supply. This is a universal power supply, so you can connect it to any grid. So to be able to do so, you have different kind of connectors for different power grids, also for European, for American, and so on, for English power grid. So let's take it out and let's see how it actually looks like. There is a little sticker here, and it is of course meant to be peeled off, but what is important is that you read what it's written on it, and it says that you should not overclock the module, because they are not going to be responsible if the module fails due to overclocking. So actually let's peel it off. So we're going to take care not to do it. Here's a little arrow that actually shows us the way we should pull this off. So I hope that it goes off nicely. I'll try it from the other way. So I just want to pull it off. Why I'm pulling it off? Because there are connectors that enable the use of device. You have a USB-C connector, you have a power connector. So you need the connectors to actually to run the device. So you cannot have them covered. So let me peel this off. Hope it goes off nicely. So as you can see, a little bit, it sticks a little bit too much. So I'll try to be gentle to preserve the sticker. You see, it's nicely done. So I'm gonna put the sticker right here. So it's gonna remind me what I shouldn't do actually. So, and then you have this power supply. You just stick it in. And the only thing left that we need is USB-C cable, which connects this module to a computer. And from the other side, we have a reset button and a boot button. So we can actually change, also if we want to, it's preloaded, but we can change the firmware if needed in the ESP-32 module. So this is also interesting. So this device is actually not meant to be opened, because you actually don't have much to do inside. It's got an inbuilt fan and it's got a little display, so even if it's not connected to a working computer, you can still see what it's doing actually. So this is a little SD display. So let's try it on. I'm gonna plug it in and I'm gonna see what it says. So here it is. Wow, the fan is starting, and here's a little text. I don't know whether you can read it. I guess you can. It says that I should configure my Wi-Fi. Yeah, okay. I would prefer to have an Ethernet connection because you really don't want somebody else to have a benefit from your bitcoins, but I think that also Wi-Fi is probably safe enough to use. If you don't want a local hacker that may be even living in the same block of flats as you do, discover home network credentials while you are entering them into an unprotected web page on BITAXE access point during the initial setup, there is an alternative option. You can use a USB cable with USB-C connector from one side to connect BITAXE to your PC. It may also be a Raspberry Pi. If you use Raspberry Pi with Raspberry Pi Trixie operating system, it's all very simple. You just go to the Espresso Systems IDF webpage and search for Getting Started. There's a 5-step procedure which is very easy to implement because Python and PIP are already installed. After installing ESP-IDF, the only remaining step is to use PIP to install BITAXE tool. By doing so, you are basically ready. You just need an example of CVS configuration file because you just want to enter SSID, password and URL of your cryptocurrency mining pool. Go to github/bitaxe.org and download the source code, where you'll also find a CVS file for your BITAXE model. The model number can be read from the bottom of BITAXE on the sticker, or if you undo the 4 bolts and open the BITAXE. The bolts are located under the rubber pads. If you want to open it, you have to remove the rubber pads first. They are sticky from one side, so if you want to open your BITAXE device more than once, it may not be a bad idea to stick them besides the bolt holes. But it has to be admitted that there is very little that you can do inside of the device. If you want to test BITAXE hardware, there is also bitaxe-raw application that you can install instead of ESP-Miner, which is meant for mining bitcoins. bitaxe-raw application will allow you to test all the hardware separately from your PC because it relays commands to BITAXE through the USB port. BITAXE is also open hardware, so you can copy the schematics and the PCB blueprint for any BITAXE model. You could build your own BITAXE machine if you wanted to, but you would have needed PCB making machines. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, please press like and subscribe buttons and don't forget about the notification bell. If you really like it, then hype it as well. See you. Bye.